Hey ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. My name is KPZ. I am your host on the home of the slightly above average ship review. Here we've got a capture the base mast. Wow, I rarely get these anymore. On a map called Big Race. I have no idea why it's called Big Race, because there's no start line or finish line, nor is there a racetrack. But that's what they called the map. Anyway, we are top tier in the American Tier 3 Tech Tree Battleship, the Wyoming. I decided, because it's such a patriotic update and campaign, that I would go up this Tech Tree line, which I've never been up. I did the alternate line during Fleet Week last year, but I haven't done this line, so we're going to start with the Wyoming. Most of these ships are going to have Billy Sims as the commander. I don't like to run the same commander on both lines of ships, so I created a reason to run Willis Lee on some of the other ones. So as we go up the tree, you will see if the ship has good secondaries or it is a fast battleship. I run Lee on those. And if it's not, I run my man Sims on that. Sorry, there's a lot of talking going on. I guess I didn't lower the talking parts enough, so I don't want to talk over the announcer. Oh gosh, please stop running into me. Thank you for being a meat shield. This is what happens when you're dumb. You get to be a meat shield for another player. Alright, so in my opinion, U.S. battleships, not especially heavily armored. They have the quote-unquote all-or-nothing armor scheme. They have good guns. They're dreadnought, slow type battleships. And, you know, they're just kind of out there, kind of doing their thing. The Russians are more heavily armored. I think the Germans have a better armor scheme. The Japanese are probably more accurate. The French guns probably hit harder. But we hit that guy pretty hard. 2 hits to Citadel, Devastating Strike, and the First Blood Medal. I get an awful lot of First Blood Medals. I don't know why that is. Maybe I'm just good at figuring out where the most vulnerable ship at the beginning of the game is. Either way. Yeah, so I would say it's definitely on the Dreadnought side of the ledger, at least this original line, with the exception of the Iowa, which is in the wrong tech tree, quite frankly. Got another Citadel there. And, you know, it's just very galling to people who want Wargaming to fix that they're going to introduce a Tier 8 and not fix the battleship tech trees the proper way. Of course, you're talking to a guy who, you know, I look at the Constellation, a ship designed before World War I. You know, started to lay it down in 1920. That should be a Tier 4 ship or a Tier 5 ship. It should be in the alternate tech tree line. But instead, in this game, it's probably going to be a Tier 6 or Tier 7 premium. And if it's a Tier 6 premium, it's going to be with the Florida and other fast battleships, which way later ship in terms of technology. So that doesn't make any sense. And if it's going to be higher ranked than the Florida, that doesn't make any sense either, because the Florida is essentially a North Carolina with 14-inch guns. So having a ship designed before World War I come after the North Carolina and the Florida, somehow, it just doesn't make any sense. So anyway, sorry I got off on a tangent there. I really like when there's a differentiation in the ship lines. And I guess what I'm saying is that Wargaming didn't do a very good job making a difference between the Tier 4 and Tier 5 ships. They reversed the Tier 6 ships. and or the tier 7 ships. Anyway, while I was jabbering, we got another Citadel, took out another ship for our second kill. All right, V-170 coming in here. He does have front launch torpedoes. That is always something to be mindful of. However, we have a lot of health left. And so even though we've got armor piercing loaded, we're going to reach out there and punch him pretty hard. We shake our tail feather and dodge all but one. Immediately damage con. More torpedoes coming in. And quite frankly, they're just going to miss. And we got loaded up again. We'll send 3 turrets towards the V-170. A 4th turret. We unlock the high caliber metal. And we fix our secondaries towards the V-170. And at this point, I am just waiting for a reload in order to take him out. So, you know, like I said, Wyoming punches pretty hard. It's got a good armor scheme, not a great armor scheme. You know, the guns are relatively accurate. They're not lasers. But we did manage to take out the V-170. We are gonna eat some torpedoes here. I'm turning as hard as I can. Now that's the funny thing. For as slow as they are, some of these battleships do have pretty good rudder shift. So we managed to dodge the torpedoes and hit our heel. All right, last ship left is Azuchi. Way over there on the edge of the map. And I'm just trying to get over there to finish this game off. And I got to tell you, I've been playing the new South Carolina. Wow. I don't have a lot of complimentary things to say about it. I'm getting Citadel from every angle known to man, including by other South Carolinas. But I haven't scored a Citadel yet in my South Carolina. And I've got my choice of a 16.3 Lee or a fully maxed Sims. So just not getting it done in the South Carolina. Anyway, back to this match. Destroyer, for some unknown reason, insists on capping out the base. There is no reason to cap out the base when you've lost only one ship and there's only one ship left on the enemy team. He's going to get killed, and if this stupid destroyer would get off the cap, I would kill him. But instead, because he probably hasn't done anything productive all game, he has to get the base cap, because otherwise no one would know he was in this match. And I'm just guessing, maybe he did kill somebody. We get another Citadel there in the Azuchi. Again, like I said, I feel very confident that I could kill this ship if my teammate wasn't stupidly capping the base. But he continues to stupidly cap the base. So please, if you're watching this, don't be this guy. Don't be this guy capping out the base with one ship left in the match. There's just no reason to do it. You're depriving one of your teammates of a kill, and you didn't do anything. We didn't need you to cap the base to win. Alright, now that I've done talk about everything but the Wyoming, high caliber metal, devastating strike metal, first blood metal, 86,617 total damage, 3 kills, 5 hits to Citadel. We ended up with just short of 160,000 silver and 2724 ship XP and Commander XP in the victory. Yep, wish I could have done more there. And there we are at the top of the board, 1816 base XP, 3 big kills, 3 medals, top of the board. You know, I don't know what ship that was capping the base, but we've got some culprits. They do have 1 kill though, so I'll give them that. All right, let's go into the port here and look at the upgrades. Only one. I went with the main battery mod 2. And the Wyoming is fully upgraded. In terms of the loadout, 3 charges of the repair party, 3 charges of the enhanced secondary targeting consumable. There isn't any other option there. Got this type 1 temporary camo, or type 2, pardon me, temporary camo, and the Choose Your Strong flag. 44,940 hit points and a 16% torpedo damage reduction with our build. 6 twin 305mm turrets, 15.4 kilometer firing range. Reload in 30.6 seconds, turn in 31.6 seconds. HE shells, 4,700 damage, 23. Can barely read the numbers. Percent fire chance, armor piercing, 90, 130 damage. You only have 6 secondaries. The firing range is only 3.5 kilometers. Do reload every 7 seconds, 1,800 HE shell damage, 6% fire chance. So I wouldn't do a secondary build, nor do you have good AA. And you can't do the AA mod as an option. So this is horrific. This is also horrific. 18.5 knots, 590 meter turning circle. That's not bad. 13.3 second rudder shift. Concealment, 12.5 in the surface, 10 flat from the air, 9.5 when firing in smoke. Taking a look at the armor viewer, we will take it all off. You do have an at and a little bit above the water citadel. Heavy plate on the front and rear, a little bit more heavily armored on the top. But all in all, this, this isn't great. Let's add some of the other armor back on. So you got a 19 millimeter bow with no plating. You do have an armor belt that is pretty thick inside of this torpedo belt. So I guess that's good. What can I say? Turrets and barbettes. The turret faces are sloped. The turret sides and the barbettes are a little bit more heavily armored than the rest of the turret. So that's better than not being that way. This other armor really doesn't do a whole lot for you except get caught on fire. And then we'll throw on the last couple pieces here. And you will see, again, it's just, it's this all or nothing armor scheme. That's great and everything. It is not fantastic armor, in my opinion. It's just middle of the road. All right, here's Bill Sims before the promotion. We're going to pretty much run this same build for all of the battleships. Although at higher tiers, I will put on Fight Fire with Fire and get rid of Unstoppable, or Will to Rebuild, pardon me. But anyway, that's Wyoming. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, hit that like button. I'll see you on the next video.